Well, good morning or good evening, YouTube. It is the 11th of February at 3:17 p.m. I'm just taking a break. I got meetings today at the church at 4 or 5, 4:30, and so man, it's a nice day out. We have had a lot of rain. Oh, let me get into who I am. My name is Larry. This channel is the Ramblings of Larry. There we go. There we are. I'm on my '09 Ultra Classic. I have a desperate need for an oil change is what I need. I need to go put gas in it. It's okay, I'll make a video going to put gas in it and bringing it back. We got 31,000 miles on it. I did the bad thing the other day. HDR warned about this as I filled it up with gas. I filled it up with gas and I did not. I went for a ride. I did not put the gas back in it. And the condensation's been high down here in South Georgia. I'm in Lake Park, Georgia. And this is going to be a boring ride other than just have to listen to my stories. I'm just going to run it up, put some gas in it. It's probably about 77 degrees outside. It's actually fairly warm down here, but it's supposed to cloud up tonight and rain Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, so help us on the rain. We've gotten a lot of rain lately. It hasn't been really that cold, but we've got a lot of rain. Okay, I got to make a left here. The road we're looking at in front of us, for you people, I kind of mentioned this quite a bit, is 41 north and south. This car here that you can see going to pass us right in front of me is north. The motorcycle the other way is south. That is Lake Park Elementary School on my left. You probably can't see that. So if you get your stock and map out, that's where we're at down here. Everybody's doing a video. What's in your saddlebag? I will do a video. It's going to be raining this weekend, so I may do it at my garage. I'll do one, but it's going to be kind of a funny one. What's in my saddlebag? Nothing. Real rarely. Normally I'm just driving around locally. My wife don't ride a motorcycle. She's not a big fan. So very rarely am I off on a weekend. As some of you said, so I've watched a couple of the lady bikers. I think Harley Girl and Robin, Lady Biker Robin, and a couple of others. You take off on the weekend. A lot of times your husband's with you. And there you go. You're, then you might just go 100 miles and stop somewhere. So you always got a little change of clothes. That is rare for me because of the situation. I'm not complaining or bragging. That's just it. But how I pack it on a trip, I have a little suitcase that I put most of my stuff in. It's in the back seat. Nobody ever rides the back seat. Strap it in. Right side is normally a coat. Right saddlebag is normally a coat in case it gets cold or something. I got two different leather coats. I got a real thick one, which I wear about 3 or 4 times a year, and then I have a thinner one. And I put that stuff in the right side. Left side is if I pick anything up or got anything extra to take with me. I can put everything I really need in the backpack. Except if I need to take a computer with me, I put that in the trunk. I put my computer and tablet in the trunk where it can lay flat. But on day-to-day riding, I rarely have anything. I use the right saddlebag more than I use the left. And so the left one is usually just hanging out empty. Sometimes I take rain gear, sometimes I don't. I really don't like rain gear. Now, on a long trip, I'll wear rain gear. But if I'm within a 50 to 100 miles of the house, I just get wet. With the big windshield, the protection this bike goes, if I can keep going fast enough, I really don't get that wet even. It's when I'm stopping to go traffic that I get wet. So, but I'll do a video on that one day. I'm gonna detour just a minute, or I won't be able to tell a whole story. Trying to think of a funny story to tell you. I got about 1 million stories. I am the storyteller. I'm going to tell you that. What I was thinking of the other day, I don't remember who I was watching this, and I guess that's what I'll title this one. What's your nickname, and how did you get it? Or you might be, what's your bike's name, and how do you get it? Let me tell a funny story about a bike nickname, and it was kind of my nickname. I didn't get married until, I'm going to turn down this road, yeah. I didn't get married until much later in life, 35 or 36, in that area. I can go to 35, right at 35, 36, I don't remember. It was 95 or 96. Shortly after that, I had my first child. My wife had 2 kids from another thing. But before marriage, I was Mr. Toy. I made rank fairly fast in the military. I was in the Air Force. I was in the ham radio, still kind of am a little bit. Ham radio, motorcycles, not a Harley, I just had a motorcycle. I had a couple Kawasaki, Suzuki's, a Honda Shadow, and I rode them things all over. And not a biker, I'm more of an enthusiast, good weather, whatever. Bad weather don't really bother me unless it's starting to bother me more as I get older, and I guess I'm enjoying the comfort of a car. Guns, did I mention guns? I used to be an FFL dealer. I was in the competition combat pistol shooting. Oh, what this guy's doing. Okay, he's going to the gate. And so, all that neat stuff. I met my wife. I was stationed in Mountain Home, Idaho. I met my wife in Jacksonville. I was doing a guard conversion. They were swapping airplanes, and I was a hydraulic flight control and landing gear instructor. And so that's how I met my wife. So, okay. Fast forward, we get married. I had to move, and I just hate moving. So I just pretty much, and I'm turned into a married guy with children overnight. And I just sold everything. I'll buy it later, you know. Material things are just that. Material things. And so I sold pretty much everything. And then I got really into the dad thing with kids. We had a kid, and I really got into all that neat stuff. And so on that deal, this 75 right over here, by the way, people. 75 south, between exit 2 and 5. So all of you traveling to Florida or back, that's right where I'm at. But so on that deal, I didn't have a motorcycle for a while. It wasn't that my wife said I couldn't have one. It was just it didn't fit the family. Well, and I'm not dogging anybody, but if you all remember during the Obama administration, gas prices were up, at least down here, almost $5 a gallon. We were California prices, 4 something a gallon. And my daughter, my oldest daughter, Taylor, was turning 16. She was into sports. She wanted to drive. She wanted to do all that other neat stuff. There's 75 people right here. 75 north, we're headed north, and then 75 south. Exit 5 is, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just kind of cruising around for a minute. And so on that deal is, I'm going to turn around and come back down the same road and turn off. I got to go get petroleum. But so on that deal is man, I didn't want to buy another car payments, or even a used car, and have insurance and all this other stuff. And I told my wife, man, I used to ride motorcycles all the time. I'm going to buy a cheap motorcycle and just ride it around. I'm a pastor of a church and do my visits. Rainy days, I just won't visit. And so I found somebody selling a 1980 Honda 400T, a touring bike. That used to be the big deal back then, I guess. And I bought that thing. I'm going to turn up here. I bought that thing, And I put the mile, I had like 19,000 or 20,000 miles on it. I put the miles on that thing. I really did. And I had that thing for like 2 years. I was in this little town about 20 or 30 miles from where I'm from. I had to go to a hospital visit or a nursing home visit. I was down by Quitman, Georgia, and I got stuck in a thunderstorm. And that thing about blew me off the road. And I mean, of course, there was no place to hide, so there I was. And so I had a friend that was selling a Victory, a 2001 Victory motorcycle. And there's kind of a story behind getting a Victory. I didn't know anything about Victory. I actually went to go look at a Harley Davidson, but it was an 883, and I figured I was just too big for that. Man, here come 2 cars. Come on, people. 3. We're just going to have to pull out in front of somebody in a minute. Oh. I wish you would have put your blinker on earlier, you idiot. I'm starting to watch too many Mike 87 videos. But so on, I'm not in a big hurry. But so on that deal is I bought that motorcycle, and so the guy had this 2001 Victory. If I could know how to put pictures in, I put pictures. Man, I love that bike. It was almost looking about like a Harley. Had an Arnold Ness. It was black with this yellow and purple paint job down the front and on the side pins. And but it was about like a Harley, with I guess a Road King or something, with just a fairing in front of it. Man, I rode that bike everywhere. I loved that thing. Even though Victory had stopped service, and I had a couple small problems, but I was able to fix them. And so I did that. I rode that bike all over the place. And, man, I loved it. But the day I go pick it up, I got to go pick it up in Thomasville, which is probably about 50 or 60 miles from where I lived then. And so his friend takes me over there. He works in Valdosta but lives in Thomasville. So after work, he takes me over there. And I go pick this motorcycle up. Man, going along. And I haven't rode a big bike in a long time. And to be honest with you, even when I was riding big bikes, they were water-cooled shaft drive bikes. So here I bought a Victory, which is much like a Harley Davidson. And I mean, that thing, of course, it had a lot of torque to it. But I get that thing home. I go through a rainstorm on the way home, the same place I was in a rainstorm with the other bike. But I'll share that story another day. I was really debating on whether I did the right thing or not. But so I get it home, I park it in the garage, I'm soaking wet. I was going to pay $4. The guy was nice without even negotiating and dropped it to $3 because we got talking to each other. And so he was retiring. He was bought a Victory Vision, and so he was just, him and his wife were fixing to take off. And so he sold this thing to me, pretty good deal, I thought. And so, all right, here we go. Man, I got out there, of course, as loud as can be, and wife and kids come outside. Hey, let's go to, since you got a little extra money, let's go to Sonny's to eat. And you got to understand my wife, she's a serious person and doesn't joke around a whole lot with me. And me, I'm the other way. I'm the talker. I'm the ramblings of Larry, and I'm a joker and everything else. So she goes, and we go to Sonny's, of course, way before this was 2004 or something. And so we get a table, the kind of the middle of Sonny's, a round table. There's a couple other people with us. And boy, the only thing I can talk about is my new motorcycle, da-da-da-da-da-da, going on and on and on and on about the new motorcycle. And I look over at the wife and say, hey, give me a little bit of time to practice with it, then we can go road trips. That's when I found out, she said, I'm not getting on the back of that bike. I'm not an idiot. So I'm the chief idiot of the house because I ride a motorcycle. But besides that point, and my daughter, who now is 23, almost 24, at the time was probably 10, 12. And there's a table, there's some friends at this table with us. And of course, you know me, I'm just sharing about my new motorcycle. I'm excited. I'm like a kid at Christmas. And my youngest daughter looked at me and said, Dad, when a fat old man buys a motorcycle with yellow and purple flames on it, it screams midlife crisis. And my wife laughed so hard, that she about fell out of the chair. I kid you not. She laughed. Everybody, I couldn't get them to shut up. Everybody laughed. And so the victory I had, I'll try to throw a picture of it. I can't put it in the middle, but I could, because I use iPad with iMovie, and I'm not that good at it. I'll see if I can put a picture of the bike before or after the video. And I kid you not, they just sat there and everybody laughed and laughed and laughed at my plight on a new motorcycle. And so on that deal is that bike was named Midlife Crisis. MLC, or Midlife, we just called it Midlife. At that particular time in life, one daughter was 16, the other one, I guess 13. I guess two teenagers. Both of them, one of them's already well started into, the other one just starting the female curse, if you will, without getting too technical there. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. So my wife and those two would all be synced together, and holy crap, the shit would hit the fan of my house. And I remember I'd say, hey people, my wife would look at me, it'd be best for you to just go get on Midlife and leave for a little while. And so I would. So that's that name of that bike, Midlife Crisis, and I'll try to throw a picture at the end. So watch this video to the end. If I can, I might throw it at the beginning too. But I really, really like that bike. I really love my Harley too. So, all right, here I am at the gas station. And they're remodeling up here, and I'm going to try to cut in front of this truck. So, all right, everybody, here I am. I'm going to put some petroleum in my bikeroo. I'd like to be on the other side. Oh, well, here we go. All right, everybody. Chat with you later at the next rambling. Bye.